everybody, welcome. Today we're going to do a Thanksgiving side dish called broccoli and cauliflower Parmesan casserole, and here's our finished product. I'm gonna get right to it. Microwave safe plate, and I'm gonna spray this with some cooking spray, sugar, flour, eggs, butter, and almond extract. Hi there, so we're gonna make our second Thanksgiving side, which is cauliflower and broccoli Parmesan casserole. And so normally this is made, the recipe that I have, in a 13 by 9. So you just cut up all of your broccoli and cauliflower, and I usually just put it right into this 13 by 9 so I know how much to cut up. Rather, it's approximately one head of cauliflower and maybe 3 heads of broccoli, but however much to fill up your thing. As it cooks, as the vegetables cook, you know, they'll shrink. So it might look like a lot, but it will shrink down when you cook it. So having said that, for today, I'm gonna make a half of a recipe so that I can cook it and have it for dinner tonight. And then I'll save that for my Thanksgiving side. So I'm cutting this recipe in half for today. So this is not terribly complicated. We're going to take a big bowl here and we're going to put in 1 cup of heavy cream. I have whipping cream open, so that's what I'm going to use. They're interchangeable in most recipes. So I'm going to do 1 cup of whipping cream. And it calls for 2 tablespoons of flour. So of course I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of flour right here. Oopsies. Okay. And then a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, which means a half a cup for me. And I have a 1/4 cup right here. So 2 of these. I do not have any shredded Parmesan cheese. And it literally says right there in my recipe, not grated, exclamation point. This is grated Parmesan cheese. That's what I'm going to use. And I will let you know if it doesn't turn out well with this. I don't know why it would matter, to be honest with you. I really don't. But maybe it does. So I'm going to do a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Okay, and then all it says is salt and pepper. So it doesn't give you an amount, so I'm just gonna do that, you know, to taste. So I would say that it's gonna be maybe half a teaspoon or so, and maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Okay, and I'm gonna mix this together, whisk it up. Yeah, I don't know why it would matter, the shredded versus the grated. I don't think it will. Okay, and then I'm gonna dump my vegetables into this bowl. And I'm gonna stir it up until it's coated. Okay, so I've tossed it all until it is completely coated in the sauce. And I'm gonna pour it back into my pan. Whoops. Get all this good sauce out of here. And then we're gonna cover this. My counters are clean, as far as you know. We're gonna cover this with aluminum foil. We're gonna wrap it tightly in aluminum foil. I'm gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. And then we're gonna take it back out and we're gonna put the topping on it. So I will come back when this comes out of the oven. Okay, so I just took this out of the oven. It was in for 20 minutes, and just to be clear, 20 minutes because I did a half of a recipe. So if you're doing this in the 13 by 9, which is the recipe that I'm going to post in the comments, I say I'm gonna do that, I never do that. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to every video I've posted and put the recipe in the comments. It's a novel idea. So the recipe that I'm going to post for this is going to be a full recipe, which is being made in a 13x9. I made a half a recipe. So having said that, a 13x9 would have been in the oven for 30 minutes. I've put this in for 20. So carefully, of course, because of the steam, I'm gonna take that off. Looks delish. Here we are. And the next step is going to be to mix together some panko breadcrumbs. In my case right now, a 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs and a 1/4 cup of what's supposed to be shredded parm. Again, I'm really not thinking there's going to be a problem here. And a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm going to mix that up a bit. And then we're going to sprinkle this over the top of our dish. That seemed like a lot. And then we're going to dot the top with 2 tablespoons of butter. In a 13x9, it would be 4 tablespoons. So I'm obviously just guessing here, but I'm gonna just dot this around the top. Obviously the best part of the whole recipe. I'm using Kerrygold because that was what's in my butter dish. You know, Kira's proud of me. Okay, and then next we are going to stick this back in the oven, uncovered. And it says to bake an additional 15 minutes. I'm going to bake an additional 7 or 8 minutes, and it should be pretty obvious when it's done. Obviously, when it's gotten sort of brown and crusty and bubbly on the top, and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. So I left it in uncovered for about 10 minutes, just checking it periodically, just to wait for it to get. I don't know how well you can see that. The light in here is not so good today, but live and in person, it looks delicious. So, so that is it. Fairly kid approved, I would think. And so, yeah, let me know if you have any questions about it, and I will post the recipe in the comments. Happy Thanksgiving!